Good afternoon. This is Mrs. Schold.
And Ms. Predwajewski.
And we're coming to you for our January 31st Team Excel newsletter.
Okay, so in math, Mr. Hunter's class is the compacted 7-8 class, and they just finished their Unit 4 quiz on Wednesday, and corrections for that quiz are due February 7th. They are in a new unit that will cover 7th grade topics and then move on into solving systems of equations. In Miss Martinson and Mrs. Scott's Math 7 class, they are talking about percents, and they will find tax, tip, and discounts, as well as the percent of error. In Scott's Algebra, Wednesday, they are starting a new unit on proportional reasoning. We'll find the unit rate, solve a proportion, and find percents. And then in Science, students have been working on conceptual understanding of chemical reactions. They are continuing to build their understanding this week and will take their assessment on Monday. Students will have access to their science notebooks during the assessment.
Great. And in my Language Arts Social Studies class, students are wrapping up their study of the 5 themes of 5 places in Washington by making maps. Next week, they're going to be putting together their work onto posters to display for their learning. And as a class, we are learning how we can dig a little bit deeper into text through the use of reading strategies. Go ahead and ask your students about the book they've chosen for our historical fiction and narrative nonfiction novel study and the reading strategy goals they've set. Today I've had trouble talking. Sorry about that. In Ms. Hover's class, they're working on reading Boys in the Boat and digging a little bit deeper into that text. And then Ms. Thompson's class is working on the author's craft with narrative nonfiction texts and Washington State geography.
Awesome. Okay, so moving into the Star and Fitness. In Cotton's class, they are if you've missed any fitness days, they'll be able to make those up with a makeup sheet available online or in the locker rooms, and they'll rotate back to health on February 4th. In Micaiah's, they're creating an anti-alcohol refusal skills comic, and they've been learning about skills of the effects of alcohol physically, socially, emotionally, and mentally. Next week, they'll be taking a CBA, and please have your kids review the notes prior to the test. In Edmondson's drama class, they're wrapping up their first script writing process and will begin rehearsing for a class performance. From writers to producers, and finally the actors. Choir, they are beginning to see what it will take to compose with rhymes and even approached a narration software. All this while getting their next concert songs ready. We are very busy people.
Oh, and Mr. Edmondson wants to send a shout out that they need chaperones for their April 12th field trip to the choral festival. All right, our Pride students being recognized for this last part of January. The first student that we're recognizing is Zachary Drake. He's being recognized for making tremendous gains in focus and overall preparedness to learn. Since returning from winter break, Zachary can be seen working hard, asking questions, and getting his work done in a timely manner. It isn't always easy to make such drastic changes, and we want to know that we've noticed all your hard work. Keep it up, dude.
Awesome. Okay, and then our next student is Ethan Linrood. Ethan is a fantastic student who always does his best in class. He is one of the few 7th graders who has the courage to ask questions when he is unsure of something in class, and that trait will serve him well for years to come. We have grown to expect a lot of Ethan, and he typically succeeds in meeting those expectations. When he doesn't, he is eager to find out why and how he can avoid those mistakes in the future. Thanks for being an outstanding member of our team. And next is Jasmine Bergstrom. Jasmine is being recognized for her participation in academic performance in science. Jasmine asks thoughtful questions and is thorough in her written responses. She is shy about sharing out to the class, and we hope to hear more from her because she has great ideas in that brain of hers.
And the final part of our segment today are some important school dates and announcements. We want to let you know that the midterm progress reports were posted just yesterday on Wednesday, January 30th. Musical auditions are February 12th and 13th from 4 to 5:30. They can sign up, students can sign up for their Google Classroom with a code given from Mr. Edmondson. Our next late start is February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day. And then we have our President's Day holiday, which means we don't have school on February 15th or the 18th. Thank you so much and have an awesome weekend.